Headline, Starlight.
That was able to capitalize off that run game, but the passing game just not consistently.
Lawrence is going to keep it and spinning, and he get the first down. Looks like he did. Still tied, still in action, so Indianapolis not officially out of it. Boy, what a depressing loss for Indianapolis here today, and what a stunning victory.
The 40. You need someone, San Francisco, to get to the quarterback here.
Prescott takes off running the football. Whoa, I don't think this is going to work out.
It will. They'll be able to clock this. They were planning for it. It's down. Oh, my gosh.
The official gets in the way. The game's over.
Gosh.
The game is over.
Oh, he did.
Sure about the call, though.
Well, this is where you can't set your own ball as a center. You got to give it to the ref. Dak Prescott should have looked and found the ref. You can't give it to your center. So watch the play right here. Dak, find the ref. You got to give it to him, not the center. And then that's just, they were a little too risky. You said right when I played, Jim, you called it. This is very risky. Wow, I am livid if I'm a Cowboy fan and if I'm a Niners fan.
That's the end of the game. The game is over.
To NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trayvon
Walker, 1 second.
linebacker, Georgia.
All right, so let's check out the Fam Cam presented by Lowe's. There he is, a Georgia Bulldog. What a season it was for the Georgia Bulldogs, winning a national championship.
Look at Buddy. Look at the emotion there on Buddy Pugh. He really wanted this.
He said he couldn't wait to get here. He said he's been trying to get here for a really long time. This is big for HBCU football.
I knew Jackson State was in trouble when Buddy hit us with that Cheshire Cat grin. That smile that said, I'm smiling, but I got something planned. And he certainly did.
On a Monday evening, and specifically from Grambling State University, the Tigers have relieved Broderick Fobbs of his head coaching duties of its football program.
It's our 20th head coach that's going to take us to higher heights and another level, Coach Eric Dooley.
It is with great pleasure that we stand here today to announce the 14th head coach in the Grambling State University football program, Coach Hugh Jackson. Join me in welcoming Coach Jackson to the stage.
Historically black colleges and university, that they got one of the 2 top players in all of college football, high school football, to go to an HBCU. I'm not shocked, because after talking to him over the last 2 weeks, he felt very comfortable that he could get him. He's been talking to him, and he feels very comfortable. He's like, I believe I got him. You've been around Deion. I've been around him. I've been around him a lot. I know him very well. We talk all the time. If he gets an opportunity to go sit in someone's home,
I agree.
It's hard.
That's neither here nor there. With this situation with Grambling, who the hell is this coach Chelsea Lucas? And who the hell, and I'm asking that question almost rhetorically, because here's the real question. Who the hell do you think you are that you get to hide? You and that damn athletic director. Somebody needs to look into this. I don't want to hear about some law firm being hired by Grambling to look into a Grambling issue. I think there needs to be an outside law firm to investigate what the hell is happening at Grambling athletics, period. A new coach comes in and completely eradicates every scholarship on the...
Scott, vice president of intercollegiate athletics for Grambling, announced that Chelsea Lucas' termination on Tuesday following an internal investigation within the volleyball program.
And just like that, we are back for season 2 with the usual suspects. We got Mo in St. Louis still. We got Zoe still out there in Texas. And we got a new name for this. And Zoe, I'm going to give you the floor to introduce our new name to the to the sports podcast. So the floor is yours, Zoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but sports lovers around the world, you're now tuning in to the Free Agents Sports Vlog.
Free Agent Sports Vlog. We're back. Nope, I didn't do it.
Technology.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
You people.
I didn't do nothing yet. We just getting started. I didn't mute nobody yet. We just getting started. Everybody got a clean slate. We got a new name. And it's just the first week of August. I haven't muted nobody yet.
But it cut off on you.
I thought he muted himself.
No. I didn't do nothing. See, right now, Mo, you muted, but it's not me. Maybe it's the headphones.
That was me.
It's not like your headphones popping.
It might be. I got.
Wear headphones.
Any headphone people out there want to donate some headphones to us?
No, I'm just gonna. It done ran its course.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some sponsorship. That's why you cut me off.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna cut that part out. Anyway. So, Mo, how you feeling?
I feel good. Feel great. You know, had a lot of homework for this particular show, but I feel great.
Okay, so yeah, we got a lot to go over. It's been a minute. A lot of things done happened in the SWAC, NFL, Grambling, all that. So let's just get right into it. Recap of our first season. Zoe was the champion, but only by a little chin. Only by a little chin. If I would have picked a New Orleans game, I would have beat him. Because
but we know that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it's still not going to happen. Still not going to happen. Because I picked the Bengals over the Chiefs, and he reverted back on his old self and said, you know what, I'm going to pick the Chiefs over the Bengals. And now, boy, Joe Burrow showed up for your boy. So, it is what it is. So,
didn't get his pick in. He said,
I think that was it was like a Buffalo Oakland Raider game.
I think so.
You talking about the tie?
Yeah, the tie. Yeah, because you the only one that had a tie.
He didn't pick. He didn't pick yes or no. He didn't pick a winner.
Yeah, because I even did the replay. Booyah. So, and this year, Mo get to start off with one with all of us so we can really see that she can really pick. So, yeah, we're going to have a good start off to that. Season 2, Free Agent Sports Blog, man, we just going to get right into it. So, let's just stay on track because I want to get to the SWAC so fast. But first, we got to talk about, that was first. Second, we got to talk about ground volleyball. So, right now, well, we know Lucas is out. They haven't put an interim in yet, or I haven't been notified or seen anything. So, anybody got any information on that?
No, and
her being out, a question on her of an interim.
The position not posted no more either. So,
was the position posted?
On ground.edu.
Oh, well, the position only has to be posted for 7 days for a state institution. And usually if they take it down really quick, they already know who they're going to hire.
So did we just promote the assistant coach up? And
I think you have to right now because it's short notice. You can't bring somebody else in like that.
And the season starts like
they should be in camp right now. They should be on ground campus now.
Yeah, I know football and soccer showed up today. Don't know about volleyball. I haven't heard anything about volleyball.
I was up at the end of July, first week of August. So if they're not there yet, they're on the way.
Okay, well, let me give my 2 cents, then y'all two get y'all 2 cents. So first of all, it was bullshit from the jump. I've been on the AD head so hard, like because he hasn't came out and said nothing throughout this whole entire time. I think he should be gone immediately. Trey, it's time for you to go because at the end of the day, I believe Coach Lucas that they told her to keep her mouth closed and everything, and then once all this internal investigation went down, I think they used her as a scapegoat. Oh, Mo, you done brighten up real big. But as I continue,
I got a ring light and we just turned it on.
Oh, okay. Oh, Reggie Sports, we're moving up in the world. And she got an assistant. We heard your assistant too in the background. So you got to get an assistant too. But my 2 cents is I think that she got a raw deal, and just like every other coach that Grambling did wrong, she probably gonna sue and walk away with about $200,000 in money. That's my 2 cents.
You definitely gonna walk away with some money.
Of course, we've been all following. You got a ring light too over there?
Yeah, it's a baby one, but you know.
Mo killing yours. Yours.
My niece was putting it together, so.
No, not your niece, your assistant.
Yeah, my assistant just
there
put it together.
Upgrade.
So.
All family members is assistants.
Okay, so we've all been following the situation since it started in the spring. I do believe her when she says that they told her to keep her mouth closed because protocol is the SID is your spokesperson for the department, unless your athletic director decides to come out and speak. However, your SID shouldn't make the comment out with old, in with the new. You know, when the situation first occurred, that was a direct quote. And as a sports information professional, that's something that I just wouldn't have said because the media is going to quote you on whatever. And I think now if she has the documentation to support that she didn't cut the whole team and she had reasons for those that she cut and those that she was trying to return, Grambling State University Athletic Department is in trouble. She's going to win her lawsuit.
Like they always do. So,
Me ain't much more to say. Is I just sit back and watch this lawsuit and see what's going to happen. That guy's making us look bad. You know, I'm not in favor of hiring anybody from a rival school. You know, because sometimes it's always just me personally speaking. Sometimes it's bad intentions. You know, but that's just my personal opinion. But hey, we gonna see.
Yeah. So it's yeah. I'm gonna just leave that. I'm moving. So that's our 2 cents. Moving on. So next thing on the table, SWAC roundtable of schools. What are your expectations? I'm not asking for predictions. We're gonna go through each team. I don't want you to, what their record, not yet. And yes, Mo, like I said in the text message, we got to talk about peanut butter. So, first team up, we're going to go from we're going to go last all the way to the first. So, the first team we're going to talk about is Mo, your alma mater, Mississippi Valley. Now, if they watch film of their own damn game, and what the stuff, and especially with the players that they brought in, because the coach did bring in some good people from the transfer portal. Valley will be competitive. To me, I just don't see them coming out even. I think they'll be fourth in the East after Alabama A&M, FAM, and Jackson State. So I got them looking like fourth coming out the East. Floor is yours.
I have Valley coming out. Of course, I don't like Alabama A&M that much, so I have them coming out third. Because I think that last year the team was competitive, could have done a few things differently.
Real competitive.
And so I think that with the people that they were able to pick up doing signing day, the transfer portal, I think that they have a real good chance. And if they play the games the way that they should be all right. Now, I don't see them being number one, obviously, but I got them at number 3. They in the mix.
So,
like Coach said, he loves proving the media wrong. And I got them proving the media wrong too. I got them 3rd as well.
Okay.
It's proven. They got some solid players they added. I think they're going to shock some people. They're going to shock a lot of people.
If worst case worst, go watch film against that FAMU game. And I would literally be playing that shit over and over. All right, next school up. Texas Southern. I don't know what you want me to say about them.
I have them finishing last. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say about them. We can go on.
Okay.
Zoe. I got them last, but because they're quiet, you're not hearing much coming out the camp.
Remember we talked about this at a recruit? Like, who did they recruit?
I still haven't seen what's it called, recruiting class.
I looked on their website earlier when I was doing my homework, and they added like 8 people. I think I saw an article, a press release on their website, and it said they added like 8 people to their roster or whatever. Some were a couple of transfers, no really big names. Like everybody else was picking up these people out of this transfer portal, and that was making noise. Texas Southern, it was crickets.
I know they relying on Andrew Body, but who else? Who else you gonna rely on?
Well, let's end it with a good topic for Texas. They are in Houston, and Beyonce just put out a new album. All right, and we're keeping it moving. Next school up is Mo's favorite, peanut butter.
I'm
gonna give you the floor first.
I literally have peanut butter written down on my sheet of paper, but I have them finishing just above Texas Southern.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I got them.
I got them 4 because I still got question marks with PB. And a lot of people still, I was surprised to put them and Texas Southern above Grambling. So, yeah, I got them 4th though.
All right, next school up, Bethune-Cookman. I've seen some stuff, but I think it's gonna be like 5 years because Jackson State, FAM, Alabama A&M. You never know with Alabama State, but I just don't see them doing no damage this year. I got them above. I literally got them last coming out the East.
Agreed.
All right, keeping it moving.
I think BCU gonna prove me wrong, but I got them last too. But it's just hard. It's just hard to take.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Next up is the G, Grambling State University. Me being biased, I got them 1 coming out the West. To me, it's all about that defense. I think with the offense and that wide receiver room and that quarterback room and that O-line room, I'm cool with that. I just don't know about the defense. If the defense show me something, they'll take over the SWAC. So I'm just everything depending on Grambling is on the other side of the football.
I also have Grambling coming out the West as the Western Division champ. But like you said, it's going to be on the defense because a lot of the schools on both sides of the divisions, we see that they've been stacking offenses. So defense is going to have a really, really uphill battle. And we'll talk about that later when we get to the records.
Mm-hmm.
I got them first. I'm going detail and go to record. But my biggest question mark is the quarterback play. Who gonna be our gunslinger? You know, yeah, we didn't look good in the spring, but we done had summer workouts and start count tomorrow to get it figured out. So yeah.
All right.
I think with that, like the spring, yeah, it was a time for us to see kind of like the pieces that we had, but I really didn't put too much stock into the spring because it was a lot going on behind the scenes with the coaching, and I just think that they hadn't had a chance to just stick. So I think that the fall should be a better campaign.
Week 3, Jackson State. I think that's what we'll see what Gramblin's all about. Let me just go ahead and put that. I think they're going to run through Northwestern. Arkansas might beat them up a little bit. I think they're going to run through Northwestern, but Jackson State we should see. So, but we'll get more to that. Next up,
get more to that later.
Next up is the reigning SWAC West champion PV. New coach, Dooley left. He's at Southern. Shout out to my boy Ashton, who's the offensive line coach at PV. I just don't know. I think they have a setback. I will say this. One game they're going to show out. That's when they play Southern. But I got them 4th coming out in the West.
I have them 4th as well, which is just above Peanut Butter.
And Texas Southern. Let's just point that out.
And Texas Southern. Mm-hmm.
I got them 5th. Behind Peanut Butter. Because, Dooley took a lot of the good players with him. It's just some question marks on who he got coming in. That's all.
Shit, it was question marks just then. All right, next up, we got the team that made the biggest noise, which I can't wait to see how they do. Which would be, no, let me go back. We didn't talk about Alabama State. Alabama State. Before we get to the other Alabama school. Alabama State, I don't know. I put them in the same boat with Bethune, but I do got them 1 above Bethune.
Same.
All right, next up, the team that made the most noise in the SWAC outside of FAM, Jackson, Southern, Graham, and Alcorn, that team in Huntsville, Alabama. Now, I do have them 3rd, but I got them 3rd, edging FAM and Jackson State, which I really going to be paying attention to that team this year.
Well, I have Alabama A&M as 4th, Jackson State 1, FAMU 2nd. So, Alabama A&M, they did some great recruiting, but I just didn't have it all coming together when I looked at it. Of course, I'm biased towards Valley, so
I want to see them on the field so bad. I want to see them on the field better than Graham.
I gotta see that chemistry. That chemistry with 40 people? Yeah.
And I'm talking about they went and got players from Kentucky, Purdue, the University of Ohio, Michigan.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that their coach was like, Oprah, you get a scholarship, you get a scholarship.
Pretty much.
He got a gumbo cooking, but we don't know if it's down south gumbo or North Dakota gumbo. You know what I'm saying?
That gumbo that come out the box in Walmart.
The gumbo, when you pour it out the pot, the water's still clear.
Are we using homemade ingredients, fresh out from scratch?
No seasoning at the bottom.
No dirt. The water look clear.
Are we doing some of them people doing now, putting some hot dogs in the gumbo? What we doing?
Basically, the water still look clear. I'm gonna keep saying that because I saw that video today on Facebook.
Putting hot dogs and raw eggs in the gumbo.
Oh, shut up, Zon. Oh, that shit was nasty.
That sounds nasty.
That shit was so nasty. All right, next up we got the team from the plantation, Alcorn State. I'm gonna just be honest with you. That's my scary team because I just don't know, but I know they ain't gonna be sorry.
Okay. So originally, and I won't get into
and I got them second coming out the West.
So originally, and I won't get into the records, but the way I have it written, it was Grambling, Southern, Alcorn. But then when I started looking at individual schedules and going into like who I think will win in the record, it turned out to be Grambling, Alcorn, Southern.
Yeah. So
I got them third. Their biggest question mark is quarterback. Who replaces Hartford?
I'm just so I don't know where Alcorn, but I know they ain't gonna be no scrub.
Oh, they quiet this year. They keeping things low key, but you know, I expect Alcorn to be Alcorn and be in the dogfight for first place.
I think for me, the reason I really kind of like flipped them, besides me looking at the records, was don't want to bring into another topic, but like the drama that's going on around Southern football right now. So face right now. I'm just saying.
I missed something. Wait a minute.
No, you were the one who sent the messages where the kid was trying to get
yeah.
released. He had the balance.
Yeah.
So with that going on in the background, I just figured it's going to be some disgruntledness and some people that's just like peed off. So I had to flip it a little bit.
Okay, I got you. We all know they one L that we can automatically, or two L's, we can automatically.
That one in November around Thanksgiving Day? Okay.
That one in there, one in early September.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and say this now. I got Alcorn upsetting Jackson this year. I'm calling it now. You'll see. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we got the team that if they just kick one more field goal or score a touchdown, they are the SWAC East champions. That team from Tallahassee, Florida A&M. They lost two of their key defensive linemen, especially old boy that was wrecking havoc, number 0. They did get that big time DB in the was it a DB or safety or something like a linebacker? They just got. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was DB.
So I do think their defense is still gonna be loaded. Only good thing for them is they got a pre-game before they play Jackson State in Miami.
Damn.
I think they could have benefited from that last year too.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean a field goal and a touchdown. They win the SWAC. They first year in the SWAC.
I had people hating on me for saying that. I'm like, okay, well, teach y'all.
So, with that being said, I do got them finishing second behind Jackson, but I do think it's going to be. I really can't wait to see them play against Alabama A&M. I'm just be honest with you. And when Jackson State, which I'm still debating if I'm going to take a game, but the floor is y'all on them, on family.
Sorry. Family don't.
I had family second too, so I don't have anything to add on that one.
It literally came down to a coin flip. I want to put family first, with them being Jackson. I got them second.
All right. As we go down to Baton Rouge, new coach. Somehow they was picked at number 1 to come out of the SWAC West. I'm just be honest with you. Go ahead, Mom.
Considering I know how the voting is done for these preseason and postseason awards, like it's just a wing and a prayer. Like I hope I can fulfill what the media, the SIDs, and the coaches feel I can do.
I just don't see how you pick Southern. I mean, if I was picking, let's just say I wasn't grand biased, I would have had Alcorn 1 over Southern. I don't care. I
Like,
don't even care who it is, Eric Dooley. I mean, the player's still there.
for the media to be all in people's business, they didn't do their due diligence on that situation.
Nah. So, Zoe?
Got them finishing second. I'm still trying to figure out how you lose to a team and you put them in first place. I'm like, okay. So hopefully, prove me wrong. If Coach Dooley is that dude, hey, prove me wrong. It took me, 4 years at PV to get it right.
I think they're basing it not on a team that he has at Southern, but on what he did at Preview.
No, some of them, a lot of them were saying they were basing it on the team that he had coming in. Like they say they're so loaded. I'm like, well, damn.
So after seeing what they got coming in, seeing what everybody else, i.e. Grambling,
right,
has coming in, they decided, hey, Southern is gonna win to the division.
I just can't see how can you pick them over Alcorn. I just don't. Like Alcorn has been the standard in the SWAC for like the last 5 years. It's literally been Alcorn Graham.
And their coach is the most consistent one on the sideline out of everybody.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see how you do that. But anyways, that's why I'm not in that room. They don't give me a chance to vote, but that's that. All right, and then we bring up the reigning SWAC champions, Coach Primetime and the Jackson State Tigers. Now, I do got them one, but it's just because I don't know how the FAMU game gonna go. But like I said, I do got Alcorn beating Jackson State this year. It just so happened they lucked up that Alcorn is in the West. And that's my 2 cents on that.
I do have them as number 1. Honestly, we all know that Jackson State is stacked this year. Like, coming into it, we already know, everybody knows who's going to be quarterback. I just think that they had, one of the reasons why I had the number 1, besides looking at everything, is I think that now they have more of a chip on their shoulder, considering how they went out there and did in the Celebration Bowl, which was on national TV. You went out there and you literally choked or got choked out. Either way you want to put it, they have a chip on their shoulder going into the season because now they have to prove that they are who they say they are. So I think Jackson State pretty much, yeah. I got them number 1 spot.
I got them number 1, but I don't want to jinx nobody. Like, I don't want to jinx Shador and Andrew Body with the sophomore jinx, but it's gonna fall back on him. But it's really a conflict between that first game between FAMU and Jackson.
At least they don't have like the Madden cover curse.
That too, yeah.
we don't know for sure yet.
I think that he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders too. 1, your dad's your coach. 2, you got all of these NIL deals. Is that the way it's called? Name, image, like, yeah. You got all of these deals, so you have to perform. It's a lot of pressure.
Well, we shall see.
Because he's still a kid, like he's a sophomore.
And he was picked as Offensive Player of the Year, which I don't think he's going to get. So that's the SWAC Roundtable. Moving on to our next topic, which is the MEAC domination of the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl. So the Celebration Bowl started in 2015, with the first game being North Carolina A&T versus Alcorn. They lost. North Carolina A&T won. Following year 16, ground play North Carolina Central. We won. And then in the following year was North Carolina A&T versus Grambling. Grambling lost. North Carolina A&T won. Then 18, it was North Carolina A&T versus Alcorn again. North Carolina A&T won. The year after that, it was North Carolina A&T versus Alcorn again. And North Carolina A&T won. And then last year, South Carolina State and Jackson State went, and South Carolina State won. Is the MEAC more dominant than the SWAC with everything we got in the SWAC? Because all the big, heavy HBCUs are literally in the SWAC. So is the MEAC more dominant over the SWAC?
In athletic play,
I'm talking about in football, the celebration. Celebration Bowl.
I mean, well, if we talk about the Celebration Bowl, then it's been proven that they have been more dominant. We have one win since the inception of the game in 15. We're in 22 now.
And North Carolina A&T is no longer can get in it because they're out of the MEAC.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing being the style of play for the MEAC. The MEAC been more run heavy, while the SWAC in years has been more pass heavy. So it's that balance, that old school football versus the new school football. And so far, that old school style of play has been kicking butt.
Yeah, because, I mean, A&T 41-34, Grambling 10-9, then it was 21-14, then it was 24-22, 64-44, then it was 31-10.
Let's just say this, Grambling ain't never been blown out in the Celebration Bowl.
We can say that. We can say that.
We can say that. Grambling been holding it down. Grambling been holding it down. That game against A&T, I said cheated because you look at that season, A&T was undefeated. And I'm saying they gave it to them because they wanted that perfect season, the close off Broadway's coaching resume. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. It's over with. Congrats to A&T on that win. Congrats, Coach Broadway.
I was in 2017, so let that shit go.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Let that shit go. That was in 2017, my boy.
But it's only one SWAC school that has a Celebration Bowl trophy, and it lies on exit 81.
Final words on you, Mo.
I think that in previous years they have been more dominant. Because it would never mind, I'm not gonna even go there because Enzo might kick me off. But
I say it. We keep it real.
I'm about to say the year that we actually won, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it the year that old boy got that dumb penalty?
Hey, part of football.
But here's the thing: if he would have kicked, it would still been 10-10, and we would have to go to overtime.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it was still really, really close.
Yeah.
But I think that dominance-wise, they have been the more dominant. But I think that, and this is kind of bad to say, I think with the exit of, what was that, North Carolina? A&T, that it will cause a swing. But can we really justify that? Because the team that's been dominant left.
Yeah, but I promise you, if you look at who all picked South Carolina State to beat Jackson State, only people picked South Carolina State to win was literally from South Carolina. Nobody picked South Carolina State to go in there. So for that to happen, I mean, hey, it is what it is. So
I think we'll start dominating now. Hopefully.
All right, next up, we're going to the NFL, to the big boys. Mo, heard about the news happening yesterday with your receiver, but how do you feel about your Cowboys? Both of y'all gave me the face. Hey, listen, I dealt with that last year with Travis Etienne. So
we made, from talking to we made some personal decisions that's affecting us. One would be trading your number one receiver, Amari Cooper. That was dumb, in my opinion.
Very.
Over personal stuff. Like they have a receiver go down, and we don't have depth at receiver. So, what do you do?
Right.
Y'all could go get AB.
Here's the thing with Jerry.
You don't think.
Huh?
My bad. I thought you said Jerry, and I say he don't think.
No, Jerry wants people that come in and, excuse my French, kiss his ass. That's why we didn't won a Super Bowl since oh boy, I keep forgetting his name. The head coach.
Barry Swiss?
No. It's gonna
Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah. That's why we wants to him. But you know, Jerry doing too much as an owner. Ain't no owners GM and doing all this other stuff. They hire people for that. To do that stuff. Jerry needs to sit back. You already got your family in there. Just sit back and let them learn it.
All right.
My opinion.
Well, let's get to my Jaguars. First thing first, we have a competent head coach. Went out there to the training camp to look at him. Really can't tell nothing. I'll wait till the preseason to make my judgment. That's why I'm gonna hold off us making our Super Bowl prediction till after the preseason, because I need to see a little bit more. But we do look good. We look good. Now, how our defense gonna do? Because our linebackers, I'm not up to par with it. Plus our DBs, but we probably gonna get back to sacking people like we used to. So I'm really excited about that. So. Anything else I want to throw in? Or anything else about the Cowboys or the NFL in general?
12/11, my birthday. Cowboys playing Houston in Dallas.
Oh, let me put up because we played Dallas too. I had that game. You know what? The Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Dallas Cowboys, December 18th, 1 p.m. Oh, it's gonna be a week.
Now they're on my phone. I'll be at a cheer competition.
So, all right, headed back to the SWAC. Records for each school, plus your East and West winners and SWAC championship. We're gonna start from the bottom like we did with the teams. First up first is Mississippi Valley.
The Super Bowl predictions one with the NFL.
We're gonna wait. I said we're gonna wait till after preseason. I need to see a little bit more. Now I got I got my Jaguars going. I just don't know who coming from the NFC.
I mean, naturally, I got Dallas going, and we know that ain't gonna work. But I got them going.
I got my Jaguars going. So, but
who you got them going against?
That's why I say I got to wait after preseason.
I picked Las Vegas.
Buffalo has the highest chance to win right now.
Yeah.
Buffalo's predicted to win right now.
Yeah, okay. And we beat them. We beat them. So we beat them. So that they don't count. They don't count. All right.
Never mind.
They don't count. All right, so we're going to the SWAC prediction records, everything. So we're gonna start like we did from the bottom. First up is Valley. I got them going 4-7.
Okay.
I got them 5-6, 4-4 over conference.
Of course, I'm biased, so I have them at 6-5.
Hey, you do what you gotta do. So, all right. Next up, we have Texas Southern 2-9, and the 2-9 it can flip to 1-10 depending on how they play against Pine Bluff.
I got 1-10.
I got them 1-10. Only team they beating is
I gave them a win. So next up,
I may be
UAPB.
hating, but I got 1-10.
I gave them. Hold on, let me go back to their schedule.
They start out versus PV at UNT, at Southern, at UTSA.
Okay, so that's not. Who is UT?
UNT?
No, it's
University of North Texas.
Not North Texas. It's another team they play.
UTSA.
Yeah.
San Antonio.
Yeah, that's San Antonio.
Yeah.
No. Hold on, I gotta find it. Look at their schedule. It's a games on there. I want to see. Call out the games. Pass them first 3, because I know they play PV.
UNT.
Okay.
Southern. At UTSA versus Alabama State.
UTFA. Who is that?
University of Texas, San Antonio.
You say. Oh, okay. Keep going.
Yeah, the Road Runners. They got a solid team.
Yeah, hey, I know they're not gonna beat them. Keep going.
Versus Alabama State at Peanut Butter at Alcorn.
I got them beating Peanut Butter. Go ahead.
I got them losing. Versus Lincoln.
That's it. And that's the 2.
Homecoming.
That's it. You ain't gotta read no more. Those are 2.
Yeah. That's the only one I got them winning is Lincoln.
Yeah, that's the only team I got them beating was Lincoln.
It's a flip between Pine Bluff. Whoever win that game is going to win 2 games this season. So we shall see. All right, next up we got Alabama State. No, excuse me, Bethune. Real simple, 0-11.
I was nicer than that.
Who you got them beating?
I don't remember, but I put them 2-9.
Who you got them beating? I got them at 0-11.
Look, let me see if I can find their schedule real quick.
I got Bethune 0-11. They go.
It's versus South Carolina. I got them 0-11. It's gonna be some tough games. I don't mind them couple shockers. A few shockers from them. I'll be all right. I can live with that.
Come on, Mo. Tell us who you got. I got them 0-11.
You know what? Looking at their schedule again.
I got them 0-11.
What was I looking at earlier? I thought they played Pine Bluff with Peanut Butter.
Nope.
Nope. Looking at it again, yeah. I think I get no, that ain't right either. I didn't have them beat Alabama State.
Yeah. That could be one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like that. Next up, we got Alabama State. I got them 6-5 and a key win in the SWAC MEAX Challenge. I think they beat Howard.
Ooh, I don't think so. Wait right there.
Let me go look at their schedule because I got them in like 4-8.
I got 4-7.
I can lay down in the room again.
Okay. Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Love you.
Love you.
I got them at 6-5.
I mean, I got them beat Miles, Texas Southern.
I got them beating PV.
Bethune and Peanut Butter. So I got them at like 4-8.
I got them losing to Peanut Butter.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they usually pull it off for Turkey Day, so.
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
And I don't trust Peanut Butter either, so.
All right. Next up is Grambling State University. 11-0.
Peanut butter next.
We did peanut butter.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We did.
No, we didn't do peanut butter yet.
We did Valley, we did Texas Southern, and then we did peanut butter.
No, we did Bethune. We did Bethune.
No, we did peanut butter before we did Bethune because I said peanut butter going 2 and 9.
I ain't do mine because I got them at 3 and 8.
I got them at 5 and 6. We didn't do Bethune. Well, peanut butter. We did Bethune. We didn't do peanut butter.
Man, we did Valley, we did Texas Southern, then we did peanut butter. I'm going in the same order. Texas Southern, then peanut butter, and then the Bethune. I'm going how they got them ranked on here with the points. But go ahead, y'all can tell peanut butter. I got them 2 and 9.
I got them 3 and 8.
What'd you say, Zoe?
5 and 6. I got them beating Lane. I don't know who North American is.
That's the only 2.
I got them beating PV late and Alabama State because they always have a couple of shockers and beating Texas Southern. There we go.
We shall see. All right. Next up, Alabama A&M. I got them 5 and 6.
0 and 7. And I got them beating Alabama State.
I do got them beating Valley. A key win for them.
I got them losing the Valley. I think Valley with the upset. Quote unquote.
What you say?
I had them winning 4 games.
So
0 and 7.
So 4 and 7. All right. PV. I got them 7 and 4, and I got them defeating Southern.
7 and 4. Ooh.
I got
them 6
Southern.
and 5.
They gonna beat Southern. I guarantee you
that. I got them 6 and 5.
If they don't win no games this year, they gonna beat Southern.
I got them 2 and 9.
Jesus.
They gonna beat Texas Southern and Bethune.
All right.
Okay.
Next up, we got Alcorn. I got them 8 and 3 defeating Jackson State.
I got them 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Hold on, y'all didn't give me y'all Grambling prediction either.
We ain't did Grambling yet.
I know we're doing them last.
Nah, I'm going in the same order.
Okay.
I got them undefeated. So yeah, and they beat Arkansas State. So go ahead, y'all give me that one.
I don't have them undefeated.
What, 10 and 1?
9 and 2.
9 and 2. Who you got them losing to?
See, here's my problem. Hold on, I'm trying to open up the thingamabob. Football. Honestly, I had them lose the first 2 because I didn't trust them. They had a team together the first 2 games. And I figured they didn't get serious with the season until Jackson State, and I had them sweeping through the rest.
So,
listen closely. What is needed for Grambling for the SWAC? More emphasis on Grambling. I need them to go 13-0. 11 and 2, I would take. And my 2 losses would be Arkansas State and Northwestern. We should beat them. We can beat them.
I just don't see us losing to no damn Northwestern.
I don't see it either. But you just, unless we just didn't do shit over. God, if we didn't do nothing over,
one that has not cussed the whole show.
Summer and these summer workouts and just some team gelling, chemistry, timing, then I can see us losing the first two. 13-0, I got us going all the way through championship game, SWAC championship, and Celebration Bowl. It's needed for us. We're the only team that won the Celebration Bowl. It's time to bring that trophy back to the SWAC. And Grambling needs to get back on a high note. We gotta get back to the legacy.
All right. Next up, FAMU 7-4. I got them being Southern, and I just don't know about that the second game form in Miami.
I got them 8-3. And I wouldn't mind them flipping and beating FAMU. I won't mind. I mean, Jackson State. Oh, jeez.
I got them at 7-4.
All right. Next up, Southern 5-6.
5-6.
7-4.
Okay, we're in the same boat. Everybody close to each other. Yeah. Then next up, we got Jackson State. I got them 9-2. Key win is over FAMU. Losses to Alcorn and Grambling.
I got them at 9-1. Lost to Grambling.
You missed the game, baby. It's 11.
Yeah, you missed
I got them 9-2. Losing the ground. And I got them losing to Campbell. A homecoming.
Oh, that'll hurt.
I got the 9-2. And I wouldn't mind if they lost to FAMU. So,
yeah, make that 10-1. And recount.
Don't sleep on Campbell.
But I don't see them losing to anybody but Grambling. And Grambling is gonna have to bring their A game.
Don't sleep on Alcorn. Don't sleep on. I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna sleep on them, but with the way my setup is, I got them losing that game. Well, winning that game.
All right. I'm writing this stuff down so we can recap at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know you're gonna have a video too.
That too. That true. All right, then. That is our prediction for the SWAC. Who is your East and your West champion?
My Eastern champion is Jackson State with a record of 10-1, and I have Grambling State representing the West with a record of 9-2. The two clash. Oh, never mind.
Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, because you got to pick a
The
champion.
two clash in Jackson because Jackson State will have the higher record according to what I have. Are they still doing the or they're doing it in a neutral location now?
No, they're doing that to schools.
Okay, so I have Jackson State hosting at Veterans Memorial, and Grambling's gonna win it, and I have a score 28-21. Don't ask me how I got that. That's just what I had in my head, so that's what I went with.
I got Grambling coming out the East. No, excuse me, out the West. Jackson State coming out the East. They're playing in Grambling. And I think it's a closer game than expected. I'm gonna say a crazy number. I'm gonna say 13-9. Grambling.
I'm trying to find a date. When is the SWAC championship?
I don't know. I know they're gonna be playing in Grambling.
Oh, SWAC page only had the championship listed. Okay.
Which would be good with Grambling and Jackson State that close.
I got Graham versus JSU in the home. And of course, I got Graham. I'm rocking with Graham. I got no score. I ain't do that part.
I didn't either. I just came up with that because I think it's gonna be a close game, that championship game. I don't think it's gonna be like a shootout.
The championship game, yeah, it should be
that's why I said like 13-9.
I'll say 28-21.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit of Eddie Robinson taking over.
Good job, Trigger.
You know what I'm saying? It's talking about that hold and that spirit of Eddie Robinson.
I mean, and look how nice behind you and everything.
I'm writing this down. All right.
Don't forget to write your 13-9 down, too.
Oh, trust me. I ain't going to let y'all forget that if it happens. throw this in your face every day.
If it happens, I'm gonna let you go buy me a lottery ticket, or I'm just gonna get the numbers from you.
Right. Because he got that chicken foot working right now.
So, all right, that's what it is. And our last topic, with all the college realignment, with USC and UCLA going to the Big Ten, you got Oklahoma and Texas coming to the SEC. Should the HBCU do a realignment or come up with a mega conference and put all the MEAC and SWAC, and I would say this school too, see how to add Tennessee State to the fold? So should HBCUs do a realignment?
I think we touched on this like briefly last year, first season, and I do think that the MEAC and the SWAC joining, it pulls your resources and it gives you exposure in different markets because we're in different places. So I think that them merging together would be the perfect realignment. And if we're going to do that, then I think that the CIAA and the SIAC should consider the same, because right now we're split into, between D1, D2, we're split into 4 conferences, like bigger size conferences.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that merging them together, you pool your resources and it makes it more competitive. So I'm all for realignment.
We just talking about realignment and not moving up.
Yeah, I mean, how you wanted to go, son?
I think if we try to move up, it will hurt some schools, like your TSU, your Pine Bluff. I hate to say Valley, but like I would say even like Morgan State. I just think the people that doesn't have the athletic budget, they'll hurt more. Or maybe they just realign and call themselves a SWAC if they don't move up. But you have to be invited to move up. That's one key thing that I learned. I don't think we need to realign right now. I think what is hurting HBCUs is losing some of the powerhouses in the MEAC, having them going to other conferences. I understand budgets and travels and exposure and all that good stuff, but yeah, I think that would kill the image. Not killed it, but it's hurting the image. It's HBCUs going to these predominant white conferences.
Well, what's the conference? Northwestern, Southland. I said Grambling and Southern would be a great addition to the Southland, and it would help regional because the furthest school I think you have to play would be UCA, which is only like 3 hours from Graham. But everything else would be drivable. It'll be reasonable. You're just going to Texas. You're just going to McNeese. You're going to Southeastern. You're going to Northwestern, New Orleans. What's the other school? Stephen F. Austin. What's the other school in Texas?
They about 3 hours. They about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, I think it's like even you go into Lamar. What's that school in San Antonio? Incorporated. In whatever, I thought it was a whole prison.
Incorporated Word or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was a prison, to be honest with you.
It's the Incarnate Word.
Yeah, I thought it was a prison. I'm be honest with you. I like, man, that is unique. Because I didn't. All I saw was incarceration. All I saw was incarceration. I like that's unique to get a prison college team to do that. Like that's using your resources.
Longest yard.
Yeah, I'm like, that's using the resources and that's thinking ahead, thinking out the box, Texas. I was with that until I found it was actually like a church school or something like that. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I'm with realignment only if you take the schools with you. And some schools you just can't leave. I do like what Deion doing with Valley. I think Alcorn State, if they move, I think they'll be all right. They just got to add some more shit back in that corner. That's all.
But where do they move to?
I'm only thing I see is the Southland, the Sun Belt, but you got to have a budget to travel because that means you're not just coming to Florida, you're coming to South Florida. And then on top of that, if the MEAC get with the SWAC and they say, well, let's do a dominant conference, the only team you will have to travel farther is Delaware State. And that means more flights because you ain't finna get on no bus ride from, I don't care, from Texas or Alabama and go to Delaware State. You flying to Delaware State.
Yeah. When Valor was playing in the Windy City Classic, like we chartered flights because it was cheaper than trying to buy individual flights for everybody.
And so that's another thing. I think that'll be good as an upgrade. I mean, with everything going on with HBCUs, it's got to be a flight company that'll help us out. I don't care if it's Spirit.
I mean, the SWAC had one, but I can't think of the name who they were working with. I think they still may be using them.
Like I think the resource, we'll find the money. It's just we gotta do the right thing with the money. That's the only thing.
I'm gonna say, but I mean that comes down to your conference office, like your staff, because like it's your job to go out. If you making this move, like with this realignment, you have to do it in a way that is not creating such a burden on your member schools. Mm-hmm. So it's your job to reach out to these airlines and like, okay, we can guarantee you that it's going to be this many flights booked because we have the games and everything. And see if you can get like a discount or something like that. I almost cussed. I didn't do it. But they could be the like official airline for the conference. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different ways that you can go about creating partnerships and stuff like that. Now, we're not on certain schools level where we got our own private plane, so we got to go with the next best thing.
And I'm pretty sure some Black-owned pilots that are like, hey, if y'all give us an aircraft, we'll get the pilot. We just need the aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. I hope it don't happen. I just hope the SWAC just decide to bring in Tennessee State. See, can you swindle somebody from the MEAC? Even if you got to go to the CIAA or the SIAC, go get Morehouse. Go get Morehouse and Spelman, all that. I really think the SWAC should look at one of these schools in Atlanta.
But that's even if they want to move up.
That's true.
Because a lot of those schools could have been moved up to D1, to be honest.
Yeah.
Morehouse been around forever in 72 years.
I mean, even you got to go to Langston. I still don't see how Langston ain't. I think Langston will be in the SWAC sooner than later, depending on what they do.
I thought Coach Rogers, he said they just don't have the budget. They just don't have the budget right now. That's their biggest thing.
But she working on it.
Yeah.
So, well, first episode in the book. We didn't really get into more with the NFL, but we just wanted to get the SWAC out of the way. So, Mozo, how are you feeling about this upcoming season? Not football, not SWAC, just what we about to do this season.
I'm excited. Happy to be back on because, been missing you guys, talking to you guys every week.
I know.
So it's great to be back. I think that the show I think it's going to be bigger, better this year. And it's great to be here from the very beginning. So I won't be like weeks behind in the predictions.
That's
true. I'm excited.
So
my gut is saying this is going to be a lot of excitement. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of, I think every week we're going to have a shocker, you know what I'm saying, or something that's just going to blow our minds. You know what I'm saying? not that shocker. But,
kind of like the upset. You always know in the March Madness is going to be some upsets. It kind of feels like that.
Right now, Alcorn is going to defeat Jackson State.
And like I said, I think FAMU should beat JSU if they playing North Carolina before they play JSU gives them film to look, okay, this is what we need to correct. Now try to explain that to some people, but some people just they think they know everything. But
10-9. They lost 10-9, and that
10-9.
1 point
It's
kept
not
them
gonna
from
be
the SWAC
10-9.
championship. Kept them from winning the SWAC championship their first year in the SWAC.
Yeah, if FAMU do what they supposed to do, yes, they're gonna lose to North Carolina. But come back, take the positive from that game, build off of it like you should, and then everything should fall in place for Jackson.
I mean, the only thing is you got to make sure your team not beat up. Because, like, you opening the season, they kind of rusty, only got Kemp behind them.
Well, I'm excited because we got to figure out how we're going to get Mo down south so we can do at least one game live or one show live. So I am doing a lot of traveling this fall. So Mo, we got to figure out where we're going to get you, because I'm not for sure yet about Dallas and PV, Graham and PV, but I know some type of way I'm gonna pull Zoe from somewhere. But Mo, we just got to figure out how we're gonna get you.
Okay, well, number one, we have to look at which games are a possibility, and that way I can look at my basketball schedules, because it depends on the month, because basketball starts for us here at the end of October.
And plus, ain't you doing volleyball too?
Yeah, volleyball and soccer is gonna start this month. So
so we gonna figure this out, because we gonna do one show live. That's pretty much. I know for a fact. Well, let me tell you, I know I'm going to. I ain't confirmed Graham and Jackson yet, but that might be. I know I'm going to Graham and Texas Southern.
I'm going that one too.
Yeah, I'm taking my mama to Houston for that one. You already know I'm going to Graham and Bethune. That's down the street. I'm also going to Jackson State and Graham when they come to Jacksonville, just because. And then like anything, I don't know what FAMU game I'm gonna go to this year, but I do know I am trying to see Alabama A&M too.
Okay.
So
well, I'll look at my schedules, because I have my fall schedules uploaded right now, and I have my.
I'm be honest, we just trying to get you out of St. Louis, just pretty much.
You're trying to get me what?
Out of St. Louis, just at least for a week.
I have been rolling all summer.
I know. You can roll again.
I mean, I'm with that. As long as I'm free that weekend, I can roll.
So, well, we back. Season 2. Free Agent Sports Blog. We back. We just doing our prediction. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to go ahead and knock out this NFL and SWAC. And then after that, we'll be rocking and rolling. Zoe, Mo, I'm Florida.
It's like,
have a good night.
That shit I've been through, that shit made me stronger.
Headline, Starlight.
Had to hit my knees a couple times to talk to God, you feel me?
DJ Star.
Feel like I'm in the right place, but at the wrong time.